Milwaukee Braves take to the field. And the first ball is about to be thrown out. Listen to the roar for the Braves. And there you see the first ball thrown to Del Rice by Gerald Keith, Army veteran of the South Pacific, World War II, 100% service-connected disability. And you see him there now, and perhaps he will throw it again for the benefit of cameramen. And what is there to say but what we have said about a great American hero, a greater hero perhaps than any who will today thrill the thousands here and the millions throughout the nation. And so in Milwaukee, in the heart of the great dairy land of Wisconsin, a land that I've already found full of tremendous hospitality, as the train stopped at Sturtevant, some 30 miles near here, where the Yankee team is staying, and nearby Burlington, the people came out to meet them and to say hello and to welcome them. Now we'd like to set the Braves defensively for you. At first base is Joe Adcock. At second base, Red Chaindienst. At shortstop, Johnny Logan. At third base, Eddie Matthews. In the outfield, left field, Wes Covington. In center field, Hank Aaron. And in right field, Bob Hazel. And so we're all set to go with the third game of the World Series, as Bob Buell is getting set to pitch. Hank Bauer, stepping into hitting position, has gotten the booze, but here's a fellow who has gotten the accolades, as he always has during these World Series and All-Star games. He has telecast and broadcast, the able, amiable, and astute Al Helper.
Well, thank you very much, Mel. Hi, everybody. We are ready to go with Hank Bauer of Overland Park, Kansas, stepping up for the Yankees. And that's strike one. So the third game of the 1957 World Series is on the fire, right here from Milwaukee County Stadium. Hank Bauer in the series, batting at .222. Comebacker, right to Buell. Saginaw, Michigan boy throws him out, and that's the first out in the ball game. So we've gotten started here at Milwaukee County Stadium, and that'll bring up Tony Kubek, number 34. He has 2 for 7 in the series, hitting at .286. Strike one. The umpire behind the plate here this afternoon is Bill McKinley of the American League. Augie Donatelli is at first base. Joe Paparella is at second, and Jock O'Connell at third. At low pitch, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Down the left and right field lines, Frank Sikori of the National League and Mr. Shylock of the American League. Ball at the right field. That's Bob Hazel out there chasing. And no use. It's over the right field screen. That's a temporary screen, however. But a home run will be the result. So the Yankees lead it on Kubek's home run over the right field screen. That's the first hit, the first run off Buell, and that'll be the third home run in the series. The batter standing in now is Mickey Mantle. Ball one. This is quite a thrill for young Kubek. Step up there and massage one in his own hometown in the World Series. 1 ball, 1 strike count now on Mickey Mantle. Ball 2. Three balls, 1 strike. We got action down in the bullpen for the Milwaukee Braves. Left-hander Juan Pizarro. We'll probably see him in just a moment. Strike two. Ball four. Mantl's walk. That's the first base on balls given up here this afternoon. The Yankees leading it 1-0 here, and they top the first inning. Yogi Berra coming up to the plate, batting at 1-4-3 in series play. 1 out, 1 on, top of the first, Yankees leading 1-0 by virtue of Tony Kubek's home run, poked over the right field screen. Ball one. Two balls, no strikes. Runner at first base for New York, Mickey Mantle, having been walked. Now from center field, we get a good shot at what the batter looks like to the pitcher. A little outside on the pitch, ball three. Yes, sir, we can just sit here and imagine that we're Buell now, looking right down the barrel at Yogi Berra. Walked him, ball four. So with the walk to Berra, that moves Mantle down to second base with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Coming up is Joe McDougal, who in series play has 1 hit for 8 tries and is batting at 125. Number 34, we're getting a look at now, the left-hander Juan Pizarro for Milwaukee, warming up. Outside on the crossfire, that's ball one. Buell trying to pick off the runner, Mantle, throwing the ball into center field, and the runners each come up a notch. So we'll see how the official score is going to rule this one. Buell will be charged with a throwing error. He was trying to go back to Shane Dienst on a pickoff play, which would have gotten Mantle, and they did have Mantle pretty much dead to rights, as you could see. However, Buell, in his anxiety and hurry to get that ball back, was charged with a throwing error, center field. So the runners moved down. Yogi Berra at second base, and Mickey Mantle now at third base, in pretty good scoring position. So that puts Buell more in a hole now as he digs a little deeper. First time in World Series play for him. On deck is Simpson, first baseman, with McDougal stepping up. The count of McDougal is ball one as the infield moves in. That's strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on McDougal, with runners at second and third. The runner at third there is Mickey Mantle. The runner at second is Yogi Berra. This is Joe McDougal at the plate with a count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Fly ball to center, and it's deep. That's Hank Aaron chasing back there. That'll be enough to get the run in. And stumbling, he makes his catch. The run comes in to score. Yogi Berra holding on at second. Hank Aaron having a little trouble underfooting. So Joe McDougal scoring fly ball to center field. That'll be the second out. Mantle coming in to score the second run. Well, the Yankees are leading it now 2-0. And coming up is Harry Simpson, who in series play has gone 0 for 4 as a batsman. 2 down, top of the first inning. Yogi Berra is the runner at second. Bob Buell watching the ball kick foul. Up the first base side, that'll be strike one. Yankees off to a flying start here in the first inning, having picked up 2 runs on Tony Kubek's home run. Pair of walks back-to-back, then a scoring fly ball by Gil McDougall to center field. An error mixed in there, charged to Bob Buell, aided the Yankee cause. Rounding ball up the middle. The touch by Red Chaindaints, who has no play, and Yogi Berra comes in to score. Well, that'll go as a base hit up the middle for Simpson, giving him his first hit of the series, and you'll give him a run batted in on it. So the score is 3-0 now in favor of the Yankees. Jerry Lumpy coming up. Fred Haney is coming out of the Braves dugout. We'll go out and have a talk with Bob Buell, his starting pitcher. Juan Pizarro, as we saw a few moments ago on camera, is warming up in the Milwaukee bullpen. It may be that Fred Haney will make the change right now. But the Yankees are leading it here in the top half of the first inning, and in case you flipped the set on late, Juan Pizarro is being called in. He'll come on, and Bob Buell will go out after having pitched 2/3 of the first inning, which he gave up 3 runs, 2 base hits, walked 2 men, struck out nobody, and committed an error. In case you flipped the set on late, we'd like to recap what has happened so far in the ball game. Bauer came up and tapped back to Buell at the mound and was thrown out. Then Tony Kubek came up and hit one over the low right field screen for a home run. He's around for Bob Buell, number 10 here, as he leaves the game. And following Kubek, Mickey Mantle came up, drew a walk. Berra walked right behind him, moving Mantle down to second base. And then when Buell tried to pick off Mickey Mantle, and he had him pretty much dead to rights off second base, the ball was thrown wild into center field, allowing both runners to advance, moving Mantle down to third and Berra going over to second on a headlong slide. McDougall up at the plate then sent a scoring fly ball to center field, and Hank Aaron stumbled, went to his knees to finally pick off the grass tops. And McDougall got credit for batting in the second run. Then Simpson came up with 2 men out, and Yogi Berra at second base, and lined one up the middle, a high bounder, in the center field for a single, thereby knocking in the 3rd run for the New York Yankees. And they're leading it now 3-0, and they're still alive and kicking here in the top of the first inning with Jerry Lumpy, who has been in 1 ball game so far. He pinch hit day before yesterday, if you recall, and got 1 for 1. From Santurce, Puerto Rico, Juan Pizarro, the left-hander, coming on for the Milwaukee Braves. Pizarro this year appeared in 24 ball games for the Milwaukee Braves, started 10 of them, pitched 99 innings, gave up 99 hits, passed 51 men, and struck out 65. His record for the year was 5-6. He's a 20-year-old left-hander. 5-6, his record on the year, appearing in his first World Series game. Pizarro will pitch first of all here in the top half of the first inning to Jerry Lumpy. Pizarro spells his name P-I-Z-A-R-R-O. Juan Pizarro. So Pizarro takes over the pitching burden here for the Milwaukee Braves in the very top half of the first inning, with the Yankees leading it 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors. And Milwaukee have to come to bat, no runs, no hits, and they have committed 1 error. Jerry Lumpy coming up to the plate right now for the New York Yankees. Makes his home in Warsaw, Missouri. We told you a moment ago he pinched hit successfully in the 7th inning of Thursday's ball game. Look out, Gary. It's ball 1. Fly ball to right field. Bob Hazel out there under it, and has it. And that's 2-3 up. So the Yankees made a little hay here in the state of Wisconsin. They pick up 3 runs in the top half of the first inning. On a pair of base hits, there was 1 error, and there was a man left on. And so at the middle of the first inning, the score, the Yankees 3, the Braves nothing. We move now to the last half of inning number 1 at Milwaukee County Stadium. Number 19 there, warming up with his battery mate Yogi Berra, is Bob Turley. Bob Turley, whom Elvis told you, was 13-6 on the regular season with a 2.73 earned run average. He'll face Red Chaindienst, batting at 125 in the series. There's 1 for 8. The Yankees out in front, 3-0. Bob Turley of Lutherville, Maryland, out of Troy, Illinois, misses with his first pitch for ball 1. The umpire here behind the plate this afternoon is Bill McKinley of the American League. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's strike 2. In right field for a base hit. Oh, Chaindienst is on. Single to right. Now the Braves try to come fighting back here in the last half of the first inning, and now sending up Johnny Logan, who has hit one of the 2 home runs, one of the 3 home runs the series has produced. His only hit in the series has been a home run. He hit it off Bobby Shantz. Johnny taking a gander around at third base to get the signals from third base coach Connie Ryan. Logan batting 167. It's ball 1. The on-deck circle is Eddie Matthews. Ball 2. As Mel explained to you earlier, Bob Turley is possessor of a pretty good fastball. And if his control is working, he's a pretty rough customer. That's ball 3. There's the man putting on the signs and signals. Connie Ryan down the third base coach's box. Well, Logan knows what he's supposed to do. The runner at first base, Red Chaindienst, has picked off his sign. He knows what's expected of him. Count is 3 balls, no strikes on Johnny Logan, the hitter. The Yankees are leading at 3-0. Walking. Johnny Logan trotting off to first base, picking up the first base on balls off Turley. And the runner at second base is Red Chaindienst. Number 4. And the guy coming up to the plate, Eddie Matthews, one of the muscle men of the Braves and of the National League. So far in the series, it's gone hitless. He's 0 for 6. Infield deep on the right side, pulled up on the left. Outfield fan to right and deep. Strike 1. Going to have some activity now down in the Yankee bullpen. Casey's got a right-hander up and throwing. We'll get a good look at him in a few moments, but I believe it's Larson. Right on the corner. No balls, 2 strikes. Yep, it's Don Larson. Number 18, Don Larson, who pitched last year's World Series no-hitter. Power, look up, Mel. Right back, right up over our monitors. Red Shane Dinks, the runner at second. Over at first is Johnny Logan. Nobody out here in the last half of the first inning. The batter is Eddie Matthews with a count of no balls and 2 strikes. The Yankees are leading it 3-0. The pop-up, it's the infield fly. So the rule goes on. Lumpy makes the catch. That'll be the first out here in the last half of the first inning. Logan still at first base. Red Shane Dinks at second, and number 44 coming up, Hank Aaron. Aaron has 2 for 8 in the series, including a triple, and is batting at .250. Aaron taking a look over his left shoulder to get signs from Connie Ryan at third. Another high pop-up. Right back to second base. That's McDougal, the shortstop, back there. And he's got it for the second out. Infield fly again on. So Turley has got Matthews and Aaron to pop up. Now here's Wes Covington. Coming on as a batter. He has the highest batting percentage of anybody on the Braves World Series play. 4 for 8. He's hitting at .500. Two outs, 2 on, last of the first inning. The Yankees, by virtue of their 3 runs in the first, are leading in the ball game 3-0. Ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. Ball 2. 2-1. Strike now on Wes Covington. There are 2 outs in the last half of this first inning. The runner at first is Logan. The runner over at second is Red Shane Dinks. The Yankees lead it 3-0. Bob Turley out in the mound for the Yankees. Bob Buell, the starting pitcher for Milwaukee, was chased after 2/3 of an inning, and Juan Pizarro took over for him. That loads him up. Well, the tying runs are on and 2 down. That puts it squarely up to Coshada, Louisiana's Joe Adcock. Adcock batting at .250 in series play, has 2 for 8, has driven in 1 run. He's another one of the strong guys on this Milwaukee ball club. What a pressure spot for young Bob Turley. Tying runs are on the bases. Ball one. One ball, one strike. On deck to go next, should he be needed, is young Bob Hazel. Quite a record this year with the Braves after having been called up. That's the second strike. One ball, two strike count. Red Shane East at third. At second is Johnny Logan. And over at first is Wes Covington. Two down. Last half of the first inning. Yankees 3, Milwaukee nothing. Bob Turley here trying to pitch his way out of this jam. Foul ball back, keeps the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Struck him out. Ball strike 3. Quite a spot to get your first strikeout of the afternoon. And in the first inning, no runs, 1 hit. No errors, 3 men left on. And so at the end of the first inning, the score is the Yankees 3, the Braves have nothing. Now we begin the top half of inning number 2. The New York Yankees coming to bat will send up Jerry Coleman, then Bob Turley, and then we'll go to the top of the batting order to pick up Hank Bauer to start the second batting around for the Yankees. Jerry Coleman, the highest batting percentage of anybody starting today's ball game in the series. He has 3 hits for 5 at-bats. And is credited with batting in 1 run for the Yankees in the series. Jerry Coleman, hitting number 8 in the order. It's ball 1 to him. Number 34, the pitcher is Juan Pizarro. Two balls, no strikes. Ball 3. First strike. Count is 3-1. Jared Coleman looking around to get his signs and signals from his third base coach, Frankie Corsetti. There's the second strike. Full count now to Coleman, 3-2. Fly ball to left field, Wes Covington. Out there, and he's got it. 0-1 out here in the second inning. Now coming up for the Yankees for his first at-bat in the series will be pitcher Bob Turley, who on the regular season hit .088. Hank Bauer is on deck circle.
Bag 9.
One out, bases empty, top of the second inning. Strike one. That's the second strike. Eddie Matthews, third baseman, short hopping the ball and gets his man. That's the second out. 2 down, the base is empty, top of the second inning. The batter is Hank Bauer, who led things off in the first inning, tapping back to the then pitcher of the Braves, Bob Buell, the starter. Now, for the first time, he'll be facing this left-hander, Juan Pizarro. Ball one. The on-deck circle for the Yankees, Tony Kubek, who got the Yankees started right with a home run over the right field screen in the first inning. Ball two. That's ball three. Count on Bauer, 3 balls, no strikes. This is Juan Pizarro, relief pitcher for the Braves of Santurce. On the corner for strike one. That's Bauer checking up down at third to see what Crosetti has on, whether he's allowed to go for this one if it's in there. Two down, bases empty, top of the second. Yankees 3, Braves nothing. Ball 4. Pizarro walks his first man. That's the third Yankee to get first base on walks. The batter now will be young Tony Kubek, who had a home run in the first inning over the right field screen. Ball one. Have some activity now down in the Milwaukee bullpen. Great big tall guy can be no one else but Gene Connolly. There he is. That's Gene Connolly warming up down the bullpen. Attempted bunt for a base hit down the third baseline is foul. 1 ball, 1 strike now is the count on Tony Kubek. Hank Bauer coming back to first base. Inside on the pitch. Ball 2. 2-1. Finally warming up down the Braves bullpen. Leads us to look at the last half of the second inning in which Pizarro is due to come up third. May pinch hit for him. That's second strike on Kubek. His count is 2-2. Bauer goes. It's swung on a miss for strike 3, and that retires the side. So Pizarro picks up his first strikeout. So at the middle of the second inning, the score is the Yankees 3 and Milwaukee has nothing.
Manager Stengel has a word with Jerry Coleman in the Yankee clubhouse. And there's Mel Allen.
Casey, may I speak to you for a few minutes?
Mind waiting until I shower and shave?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. You're a Gillette user. Will you try these 3 razors and pick the one that's best for you?
Okay, glad to.
Now Gillette has 3 super speed razors. Light for men with sensitive skin and most younger men. Regular for men with average skin and beard. Heavy for men who like the heft and feel of a heavier razor. 3 different Gillette razors. One has the right blade edge exposure, edge angle, and weight for you. The shaves you get. Clean, refreshing, easy. One-piece design. Change blades, rinse clean in a wink. What's the word, Casey?
Smooth, Mel, not a bristle. You couldn't take that heavy Gillette away from me.
Here it is, Gillette Super Speed Razor in handy case with Gillette Blue Blade dispenser, $1.
The Milwaukee Braves are coming up for their second whack at it this afternoon. This is the last half of the second inning, the last third of the batting order coming up. And here's a young fellow who has provided a lot of coffee around the country, young Bob Hazel. Hurricane Hazel, they call him. He joined the Braves on the 28th of July after hitting 283 in 100 games at Wichita, and he became an immediate league sensation. He got his first hit on the 31st of July, and he posted a batting average of .403. That's ball 1 to him. On August 9th, he went over the 400 mark and never did dip below it. Two balls, no strikes. This fellow Bob Hazel, in the 41 ball games in which he played for the Braves this year, had 7 home runs and drove in 27 runs. Ball 3. Imagine the folks down around Columbia, South Carolina, sort of glued to the TV set this afternoon, watching this young fellow. That's where he makes his home. He's out of Lawrence, South Carolina. Strike 1. Little high, ball 4. Hazel draws a walk. That's the third base on balls given up by Turley. The batter now will be Del Rice. Del is no stranger to World Series play. He was with the Cardinals and appeared in World Series for them. And now for the Braves. This will be his first at-bat in World Series play. On the regular season, he hit .229. Portsmouth, Ohio boy. Now makes his home in St. Louis. Strike 1. Checked up in time. That's ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first base, see at the right of your screen. It's Bob Hazel, having been walked. Ball hit the middle for a base hit. Hazel going down to second hold on there with Mantle coming up with the ball. So Rice's first at bat in the series produces a hit for him. That'll be the second off Turley. Now the Braves have runners at first and second, and the batter scheduled up is Juan Pizarro. There he is. Juan Pizarro, incidentally, is not a bad hitting pitcher. For the season, he batted .257. Swings like a hitter, doesn't he? That's strike 1. There are the signs and signals being put on by Connie Ryan, the third base coach. That's the second strike. Bob Hazel, the runner at second, the runner at first, Del Rice. Nobody out last half of the second. The Yankees 3 and the Braves nothing. Third game of the 1957 World Series. First game here at Milwaukee County Stadium. Ball one. Little popper out back of third base. Left fielder coming on for it. Kubek makes the catch. Oh, Pizarro's out. That's the first out in the inning. The batter coming up to the plate now for the Braves will be Red Schoendienst. Red starting their second batting. Got the first base hit off Turley. Single to right field in the first inning. 3-0, the Yankees lead it. We're in the last of the second inning at Milwaukee County Stadium. Ball one, the ball getting away from Yogi Berra, allowing Bob Hazel alertly to go down to third where he's safe. We'll pick up the official scorer's verdict of how this one's to be put in the books. With Rice holding on at first base, Bob Hazel taking advantage of the ball getting away from Yogi Berra to move over to third. It'll go as a wild pitch on Bob Turley. One out, runners at first and third. They count ball one on Red Schoendienst. 3-0 Yankees. Ball two. This is practically the first time this afternoon we've had crowd reaction. This place is loaded. But needless to say, they've come out here to see the Braves win. A lot of people here from the Midwest, as you can well imagine. Strike is in, the count is 2-1. Got some action now down in the bullpen of the New York Yankees back at center field. Looks like Don Larson up there throwing again. Number 18. Foul ball is out of play. Over into the crowd off the first base side. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, you got yourself a World Series souvenir, huh? Bet you're happy, fella. 2-2 count on Red Schoendienst. The runner you can see at first base, Del Rice, talking to his coach, John Riddle. The runner over at third for the Braves, Bob Hazel. Count on batsman Red Schoendienst is 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Yankees lead it here 3-0. Foul ball off the third base side. Lumpy won't get that one. That's in the crowd. Bob Hazel, the runner at third, at the top of the screen. 2 ball, 2 strike count on Red Schoendienst. 1 out, last of the second inning. Ball 3. Full count on Shane Deans, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Del Rice, the runner at first base. He'll be particularly concerned about the signs and signals that will be given out to Connie Ryan. He'll have to know whether they want him to hold or move. He holds. Fly ball down the right field side is kicking foul now and goes into the stands. Count stays on Red Shane Deans, 3 balls, 2 strikes. This game here this afternoon could turn out to be a slam-bang affair. Sharp one, right off the left leg of Johnny Riddle, the first base coach. He wouldn't let you know if it hurt him. No, sir. Count stays on Shane Deans, 3-2. Del Rice, the runner at first. Hazel is over at third. 1 out, second is open. As you saw, a base hit into right field for Red Shane Deans. He drives in his second run in the series. Coming in to score, Hazel from third. It's now 3-1 in favor of the Yankees. Going down to second base to hold on is Rice. With number 3, ran number 1 off Turley. On the batter stepping up is Johnny Logan. Logan walked back in the first inning. That's strike 1 to him. The only base hit this fine shortstop has had in the entire series has been a home run. 1 for 6. Nice curve, strike 2. Eddie Matthews in the on-deck circle. Nicely in there. That's strike 2. Take it all back, that's strike 3. Logan questioned it too, and plate umpire McKinley said that was the third one. Well, Logan is called out on strikes. And for Turley, his second strikeout. The batter now will be Ed Matthews. There are 2 outs and 2 on last half of the second inning. Matthews still looking for his first World Series hit. Foul back for the first strike. Last half of the second inning, 2 on, 2 out, 3-1 the score. The Yankees leading it. Turley having his trouble here in the second inning. That's ball 1. Red Shane Deans to run at first base. Runner at second is Del Rice. Inside for ball 2. 2-1 count on Eddie Matthews. Ball 3, 2-1. Going to be foul. Matthews got a hold of it all right, but pulled it too much off the right field side. Now with a full count on Matthews here and 2 down, the runners at first and second can be off and moving when Turley throws. Shane Dienst and Rice. Runners go. Pitch ball 4. That loads them up. So for the second time in the ball game, the Braves have the bases loaded. Aaron popped the shortstop in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. That's ball 1. Aaron checking up for the signals down at third base. Ran around and splashed into him. Little low, that's ball 2. Del Rice, the runner at third base. Red Shane Dienst over at second. And at first base, Eddie Matthews. Fly ball to right field. Hank Bauer back to the cinder track. Whacking the mitt. He's got it. That does it. 1 run, 2 hits. 3 men left on. And so at the end of the second inning, the score is the Yankees 3 and the Braves have 1. In the third game of the series, here are your totals for 2 innings of play. New York 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and Milwaukee 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. Juan Pizarro getting ready to pitch to the Yankees in the third. He'll go to Mantle, to Berra, and to McDougal. And then Simpson if needed. Mickey Mantle in the first inning drew a base on balls and ultimately came around on a scoring fly ball by McDougal to score a run for the Yankees, one of the 3 scored in the first inning. Mickey Mantle hitting right-handed against left-handed Pizarro. Ball 1. Ball hit up the middle in the center field for a base hit. Hank Aaron to play it in, and Mantle will hold up the single. That'll be the first hit off Pizarro and give the Yankees their 3rd base hit of the ball game. And here's Yogi Berra. Berra walked and scored a run in the first inning.
Play now.
Ball 1.
Finally, warming up for Milwaukee.
Ball 2. 2-0 count with Crossetti putting the signs on for the boys. Ball back out of play, and Yogi's count now is 2-1. Whack down the right field side is kicking foul. Two balls, two strikes. Mantle all the way around on his way to third, cuts back across the diamond to first. Yogi Berra has had just one base hit in the series, 1 for 7. All right, back almost to us. The count on Berra is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mantle at first, no outs, top of the third. The Yankees lead it 3-1. High, ball 3. Full count on Yogi Berra, 3-2. Mantle a runner at first base. Mantle goes. Base hit to right field. Moves Mantle down to second. He'll wheel on around to third. Hazel fires that ball in. There's Mantle at third base. Yogi Berra at first with his single to right. Moving Mantle to third with nobody out here in the top of third. Gil McDougall, the batter. Scoring fly ball in the first inning. Got in Mantle from third base. Not charged with the time at bat. He's still looking for his second series hit. He's 1 for 8. Number 22 there, the big tall fellow, is Gene Connolly, Braves right-hander, starting to heat up down the pen. Now let's see what happens with Gil McDougall.
All right, get a hold of him, Gil.
Ball 1. Simpson is the batter in the on-deck circle. He's to follow McDougall. Right in there for the strike. 1 ball, 1 strike on McDougall. Yogi Berra is the runner at first base. Runner at third, Mickey Mantle. No outs, top of the third. Strike in, the count is 1-2. Eddie Matthews got Mantle in a rundown and gets the tag out. Well, rack this one up as a fielder's choice. McDougall getting to first base, Berra over to second, and Mantle caught in the rundown between third and home. Put out going to third baseman Matthews. 5-2-5 if you're keeping score with us. We have the first out in the top of the third inning. Simpson moving back to the dugout. He's due up as the batsman. Moving back, we may have a pinch hitter for him. We will have a pinch hitter for Simpson. Against this left-handed pitcher, Juan Pizarro, Elston Howard is being called in out of the bullpen. He'll bat for Simpson. Checking up on Elston Howard's record as a batsman in World Series play. He's 2 for 3, batting at .667. He appeared in the first ball game, had 1 for 2. And in the second game, had 1 for 1. Now here's Elston Howard coming out to bat for Simpson. The Yankees leading at 3-1 here in the top of the third inning as they send Elston Howard up now to bat for Harry Simpson. 1 out, 2 on. Berra at second and McDougal at first. The score is 3-1. The Yankees leading the Braves. Strike one. Yogi Berra wandering away from second. Inside on the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Joe McDougal, the runner at first. Yogi Berra at second. 1 out, top of the third inning. Inside, ball 2. In the on-deck circle, waiting to go next is young Jerry Lumpy. Strike. 2-2 count on pinch hitter Elston Howard. All 3. Full count, 3-2. Now it's Howard to check up for his signals with Frankie Crosetti down at third base. With 1 out, runners at first and second at a 3-2 count. Let's see what the runners are going to do, whether they'll hold or go. The runners go. Ball 4 count at the plate. That loads up the bases. McDougal moving off to second. That moves Yogi Berra down to third. With Elston Howard pinch hitting for Simpson, drawing a base on balls. The second from Pizarro. And the batter coming up now will be Jerry Lumpy. This is second time up. He retired to side in the first inning with a fly ball to right field. And Lumpy is being called away from the plate. To say something with Jerry Coleman. There's Coleman talking to Lumpy. The bases loaded here in the top third inning. 1 out. The Yankees lead it 3-1. And Pizarro is in a tight spot. Nice curve, strike 1. Ball 1. Little high, ball 2. Yogi Berra, runner at third for the Yankees. Over at second is Joe McDougald. And the runner at first is Elston Howard, having hit for Simpson and draw a walk. One out, the bases loaded. Top to third. Base hit into right field. Bob Hazel plays it in. McDougald is coming in to score right after Berra. Elston Howard winds up at third base. 2 runs are belted in by Jerry Lumpy's single in the right field. Grinder will pitch first of all here to Jerry Coleman, second baseman of the Yankees, here in inning number 3. The situation here in the top of the third inning is Jerry Lumpy at first base, Elston Howard over at third. Second is open. 2 runs have scored here in the third inning for the Yankees. And they are leading in the ball game now 5-1. They have 5 runs on 5 hits and have committed no errors. And Milwaukee 1 run on 3 hits, and they have committed 1 error. That charge to starting pitcher Bob Buell. Gene Conley, one of the tallest men around in baseball, about 6'8½". This boy could have had himself probably a brilliant career as a professional basketball player, but he chose baseball, and the Braves have been mighty happy he has. In case you came in with a slate on this telecast this afternoon, the Yankees went out in front immediately in the first inning, picking up 3 runs on 2 hits and leaving a man. After Bauer had hit back to the mound, was thrown out, young Tony Kubek stepped up and hit a home run over the right field screen, and back-to-back walks to Mantle and Barron. Both of those men scored. McDougald had a scoring fly ball in the inning, and Simpson, who began the ball game and was hit for here in the third by Howard, sent a single up the middle to drive in a run, and the Yankees picked up 3. Then the Braves came back in the first inning after Hazel had walked, and Rice singled him down to second base. A wild pitch moved him to third, and Chandine singled him home with a rifle shot into right field. And that was the Braves scoring. And now the Yankees are back at it again here in the third. See what happens now with Coleman. The pop-up back to third base. Eddie Matthews making the play, and there's the second out. The batter now will be pitcher Don Larson, who came on in relief of Turley in the second inning. After Turley had gone 1 2/3 and was having trouble, Don Larson was called out of the pen and got the third out in the inning, and did so with the bases loaded. He had Hank Aaron fly to right field. So Larson's making his first appearance now as a batsman. Top of the third inning. The Yankees have scored 2 times on 2 base hits, make it 3 base hits. Attempted bunt for the base hit is foul. That's strike 1. Larson, a fair hitting pitcher, had a percentage of .250 as a batsman for the season. Runner at first base, young Jerry Lumpy. Over at third, Elston Howard. It's ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Don Larson. Fly ball to right field. That's pretty well tagged. Hazel going over. Can he get it? It is foul. Into the bleachers, foul. But through telling you, this guy Larson can hit that ball pretty well. Had it not been for the 17-mile-an-hour wind that's blowing across from left field toward right, that ball may have stayed fair.
Go ahead, Kirk.
1 ball, 2 strike count on Don Larson. 2 down here in the top of the third, 2 runners on. The Yankees have scored twice, and they're leading at 5-1. 0, ball 2. Elston Howard, the Yankee runner at third. Over at first, Jerry Lumpy. Young fellow's shown quite well in the series. He has 2 for 3 as a batsman. Bounding ball is foul up the third base side. Now it stays 2-2 on Larson. Gene Connolly, the third of the Braves pitchers, trying to close it out here in the third inning. Eddie Matthews, the third baseman, makes a play across the diamond to first, to Adcock in time, and that's all there is for the Yankees here in the third inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 left on. And so at the middle of the third inning, the score is New York 5, Milwaukee 1. We go to the last half of inning number 3. And going to first base for the New York Yankees, Elston Howard, who hit for Harry Simpson in the third inning and drew a walk. So it's Elston Howard, the only change in the Yankee lineup. Don Larson, of course, having relieved in the second inning, is coming out now to work the last half of the third. And he'll go to Covington, Adcock, and Hazel in that order. As we move to the last half of the third inning, it's 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Yankees. For Milwaukee, 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error. The 1 run and the 3 hits picked up by the Braves off starting pitcher Turley, who went 1 2/3. And Larson, with the bases loaded in the second, got Aaron to fly to right field. So he got out of that one for the Yankees. And we'll see how he fares here in the bottom of the third, as he goes to Covington, who drew a walk in the first inning and is still batting at .500. Then will come Adcock, and then Hazel. As the sun starts to play hide and seek with the clouds that have suddenly come up here at Milwaukee, a lot of shadows being cast over the field now. That wind is whipping up pretty well, coming in behind left. It's ball 1 to Covington. Right in there for the first strike. That'll be the second strike. Foul ball out of play. Down stays, 1 ball, 2 strikes on Covington. Strike 3. Larson picking up his first strikeout. That'll be the third Brave to go down by strikes. Joe Adcock is the batter. Joe was called out on strikes in the first inning with the bases loaded. Retired to side. Ball 1. Checked up in time. That's ball 2. Two balls, one strike. That's the second strike, and the count is 2-2. Led up by McKinley, says Adcock checked up in time. Pitch being low, runs the count to 3-2. One out, nobody on, last of the third. Adcock a 3-2 count. Will be followed by Bob Hazel. See the catcher giving the signals out there? Ball wrapped down to shortstop. It's McDougald making the play to Elston Howard, and Adcock is out. Two down the third. Batter now is Bob Hazel. Hazel appeared at the plate in the second inning and walked. So this will be his first official at bat. Ball one. Two down, bases empty in the third inning. The Yankees lead it 5-1. Strike one. Ball two. Gil McDougald, the shortstop, making his play. He gets Hazel, and that retires the side. Nothing across in the third for Milwaukee. And so, at the end of the third inning, the score is the Yankees 5, Milwaukee 1. Pee Wee Reese has a way with Dodger rookies or Sandlot youngsters. Pee Wee, you do a lot of work with boys.
Not work, Al. I like baseball and kids. I enjoy helping teenagers start right.
Oh, that's around shaving age. And you give them pointers on personal appearance, too?
Yes? A boy has more self-respect when he's clean shaved. I tell him to use a Gillette razor, Al.
You said it. The Gillette Super Speed Razor. And today there are 3. Light for sensitive skin and most younger men. Regular for average skin and beard. Heavy for men who like the heft and feel of a heavier razor. Each is different, precisely engineered. One has the right blade edge exposure, edge angle, and weight to shave you in a breeze. Comfortable, good-looking shaves you may never have had before. And convenient, you change blades and rinse clean so. Ask for the World Series Special where you see this display. Get the razor, Gillette Blue Blade dispenser, and travel case for just $1, plus the 320-page baseball book, absolutely free. Now we're moving into the top half of inning number 4, Milwaukee County Stadium. The total's at the end of 3. The Yankees 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and Milwaukee 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. For the Yankees, the top of the batting order, starting the third go-round, Hank Bauer. He's tapped back to the mound. He's walked in the ball game. He is 0 for 1. He'll be followed by Kubek and then by Mantle. Each time in the ball game that Bauer has come to the plate, he's faced a different pitcher. Starting pitcher Buell in the first inning. Juan Pizarro in the second, and now Gene Conley, third of the Braves pitchers. He'll face in the top of the fourth. Ball one. Eddie Matthews, the third baseman, making the play. There's the first out in the fourth inning. Tony Kubek hit a home run in the first inning, then struck out in the second to retire the side. It's he coming up now. 1 for 2. Ball one. Foul back on the attempt bunt. Has the count now at 1-1. Ball back to the second strike. 1-2 count. Milwaukee has again gone to action in their bullpen. Number 32 there is Ernie Johnson, relieved in the first ball game at Yankee Stadium. Ball hit into left center. It's in for the base hit. That's Hank Aaron playing it in. And Kubik is on. That'll be the first hit off Conley. And for the Yankees now, they've picked up 6 base hits. Mickey Mantle has walked and singled up the middle. He's 1 for 1 this afternoon. Strike one. Pitch out and the throw to first. Not quite in time. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Mickey Mantle. The runner at first is Tony Kubek. Ball 2. Three balls and 1 strike is the count on Mantle. Kubek goes. Long drive to right center field. It is a home run for Mickey Mantle. Mantle drives in a pair, gets a second hit, runs 1 and 2 off Conley, and it's 7-1 now in favor of the New York Yankees. Yogi Berra, the batter.
Come on, Gene, get him out of there.
Yogi has walked and singled to right and scored 2 runs. That pitch is ball 1. Ball 2. That's the first strike. Count is 2-1.
What's that on the ball, Gene? Come on, Yogi.
The ball was called a fair ball on first base. And the toss to the pitcher covering for the put out. Adcock to Conley on the put out. Casey Stengel coming out. Do a little talking about that one. National League umpire Augie Donatelli. The man calling the play at first base. That'll be the second Yankee out in the 4th inning. Batter coming up now will be McDougal. Old Case on his way back to the bench now. Satisfied. He's had his say. Gil McDougal has had a scoring fly ball and has been a base runner on a fielder's choice and has scored a run this afternoon. The 7-1 affair favored the Yankees. It's ball 1 to him. Foul off to the crowd for the first strike. 1-1 count. For the Yankees here in the 4th inning, 2 runs on 2 hits. There are 2 down. The bases are empty right now. Ball 2. Three balls and 1 strike. It's down on Gil McDougal. Ball 4, walked him. That'll be the first base on balls given up by Conley. Number 32, Elston Howard, came on to bat for Simpson in the 3rd inning and drew a pass. It's coming up now. Ball 1. Runner going. Ball hit down to Matthews. A nice backhand stop of the 3rd baseman. He throws to first base to get his man. That retires the side. Well, that's it in the 4th inning. 2 runs on 2 base hits. There was a man left on. There were no errors. And so at the middle of the 4th inning, the score, New York 7, Milwaukee 1. We move into the last half of inning number 4 at Milwaukee County Stadium, and Del Rice will be the first man up for the Braves. The totals going into the last half of the 4th inning. New York 7 runs on 7 base hits, no errors. Milwaukee 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error. Del Rice has 1 of the Milwaukee's 3 hits. He singled up the middle in the 2nd inning. He's 1 for 1. Now to face Don Larson. That's ball 1. The Yankees scored 3 in the first, 2 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. The Braves' lone run came in the second inning. Strike one. The count is 1 ball, 1 strike. High foul ball off the first base side, drifting to the stands. Down on Rice is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. Rumping from third base. Throwing across to first to get his man. That's the first out here in the fourth inning. Due to come up now is Conley, but it will not be Conley. It'll be Carl Sawatsky, utility catcher.
Number 15, Carl Sawatsky, batting for Jim Conley.
Carl Sawatsky coming up to the plate in the regular season, batted to .236 in 58 ball games. In the way of home runs, Carl hit 6 during the season, had 17 runs batted in. Carl Sawatsky from Little Rock, Arkansas. Ball 1 to him. Ernie Johnson, who's been working out in the Braves bullpen, will undoubtedly be on to pitch to the Yankees in the top half of the 5th inning. Ball 2. There's number 32, Ernie Johnson, the right-hander. For strike, the count is 2-1 on pinch hitter Sawatsky. That's the second strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, bases empty, last half of the fourth. The Yankees lead it 7-1. Strike 3. Larson picks up his second strikeout. Red Schoendienst. But up twice, he has 2 base hits. Both of them singles to right field. Strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. Joe McDougal pulls a couple of steps over closer to second base. Ball 2, 2-1. McDougal at shortstop moves around like he's playing on a checkerboard. Put up some nice defensive plays. Started some fine defensive work in this series for the Yankees. The pitch is ball 3, and the count's 3-1 now on Schoendienst. Strike 2. Full count. 2 down, bottom of the fourth, bases empty. 7-1, the Yankees leading the Braves. Pop up out into center field. Going back is the second baseman. Coming on is Mickey Mantle, and it's Mantle making the catch. He almost dropped that one, too. Do you notice? Well, that's all in the fourth inning. Nothing across for the Milwaukee Braves. We were talking just a moment ago about Gil McDougall. What a fine defensive job he's put up and how he moves around that diamond. Well, now, we're seeing right now is Ernie Johnson, the new pitcher of the Milwaukee Braves. Johnson relieved, if you recall, in the first ball game and wasn't in there very long. He pitched only 2/3 of an inning. Struck out one man. He was charged with no hits or runs. Ernie Johnson making his second appearance in World Series play. Will go in the top half of the fifth inning to the last third of the Yankee batting order, namely Lumpy, Coleman, and Larson. As we move to the top half of the fifth inning, your 4-inning totals read this way. For the New York Yankees, 7 runs on 7 base hits. They've committed no errors, and for Milwaukee, 1 run on 3 base hits and 1 error. In case you hooked up with us late, the Yankees scored 3 times in the first inning, came back with 2 in the third and 2 in the fourth to run their total of 7, while the lone Braves run came in the second inning. Oh, Jerry Lumpy, number 11, is coming up to the plate. He has 1 for 2 this afternoon and has driven in 2 of the 7 Yankee runs. Single to right field in the third inning. Strike 1. The outfield for Lumpy, strange enough, plays him just about straight away. Bob Hazel in right field plays him right deep. Johnson over to first base to Adcock. Lumpy is out. One away in the top of the fifth inning. That brings along Jerry Coleman, who's 0 for 2 this afternoon. In the second, he flied to left field, and in the third inning, popped up to third baseman Eddie Matthews. Strike 1. Logan, the shortstop, making his play to get Coleman. That's the second out. The Yankee batter, when he makes his appearance, will be Don Larson. Here he comes. Made his first appearance at the plate in the third inning and bounced out third to first. Larson here relieved Bob Turley, the starting pitcher, after Bob had gone 1 2/3 innings and got himself into a peck of trouble. Larson came on to retire the side. Strike 1. The pitchers of record, as it now stands, will be Buell for the Braves, and it could be Larson, should he go on and finish this one in this style. As Turley went only 1 2/3. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball's well hit down the left field side. Is it fair or foul? It is foul. Over the fence, foul. Well, if you recall, back in the third inning, Larson sort of electrified the folks up here, too, hitting one down the right field side that just hooked foul at the last minute. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Don Larson. Called strike 3. Well, Johnson picks up his first strikeout. In the fifth for the Yankees, nothing across. And so at the middle of the fifth inning, the score, New York 7, Milwaukee 1. The New York Yankees lead Milwaukee 7-1 as we move into the last half of the fifth inning, and Johnny Logan will be the first man up for the Milwaukee Braves. It's been a lot of fun to be with you the first half of this ball game this afternoon. And now to carry on is a guy I know will bring you every bit of the sparkling action on the field and make his astute comments about them. So let's lean back down and listen to my sidekick, Mel Allen. Mel, how about it?
Hello there, everybody. The Milwaukee Braves fans, as you can hear in the background, are yelling for action. A tremendously partisan crowd, as you would naturally expect. Strike one to Johnny Logan, who walked and took a third strike in his two previous appearances. Don Larson in relief of Bob Turley since the second inning with 2 outs. In there, strike two, fastball, tipped the outside corner. Yankees 7, Milwaukee 1. It's the last half of the 5th inning. Matthews on deck and Aaron to follow. There's a bounder through the middle. Johnny Logan open to the last of the 5th with a single to center. And that is the first hit given up by Don Larson. It is the 4th Milwaukee hit. Eddie Matthews popped to third and walked. Strike one. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 2 strikes to count on Eddie Matthews. Johnny Logan on first base. Elston Howard playing behind him. Low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yogi Berra giving the sign to Don Larson. It's a high bouncer and it's foul. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Johnny Logan retreating to first base. Nobody out, 1 on. It's ball 3, full count. Yankees 7, Milwaukee 1, last half of the 5th inning. Foul ball. A World Series souvenir for some lucky fan. Foul back. And it hit our monitor, which is all right with our monitor. Full count on Eddie Matthews. Nobody out last half the 5th inning. And the Milwaukee fans again start yelling for action. The high fly ball to left. Kubek makes the catch. And Logan retreats to first. 1 down, and here is cleanup man Hank Aaron, who popped to short and flied to right. One of the most dangerous hitters in baseball. Yogi Berra flashing the sign to Larson. Ball one outside. The 60-foot 6-inch distance from the pitching rubber to home plate looks somewhat shorter as our center field camera works in on the action. Outside, ball two. You can watch Berra as he'll go down now to give the sign to Larson. Yogi will see how Aaron takes his stance and then flash his sign. A high foul out of play off first. Two balls, one strike on Hank Aaron. It's the last half of the fifth inning. Yankees 7, Milwaukee 1. Johnny Logan on first base. One out, Hank Aaron at the plate. Don Larson in relief of Bob Turley, the pitcher. It's high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Wes Covington to follow. And there he is. We'll watch Logan to see if he's playing it safely or running. Playing it safely. There's a drive to deep right center field. That ball is going, it's gone. Hank Aaron blasting a 2-run home run over the right center field screen. His first World Series homer, 3rd hit. 2 runs batted in, and it is now 7-3 with Wes Covington, who walked and struck out the batter. Ball 1. Hank Aaron, who hit 44 home runs during the regular National League season, to match the number he wears on his back, excites the Braves fans. Ball 2. Don Larson, who came on to relieve Turley in the second inning with 2 outs and breezed to this inning before allowing a hit, has given up 2 hits and 2 runs. Ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Ball 4, and he's aboard. The first pass issued by Larson. And here's Casey Stengel coming out of the dugout as Art Ditmar warms up. There's Case, and you just saw Ditmar warming up. Joe Adcock is the Braves batter. Retired 6 men in a row in relief of Turley before running into this 5th inning activity on the part of the Braves. Adcock took a 3rd strike and grounded to short. Strike 1. Don Larson pitching to Joe Adcock with Bob Hazel to follow. Wes Covington on first base. 1 out, and the Braves have exploded for 2 runs on Hank Aaron's 2-run homer. Strike 3. Joe Adcock, third strikeout victim of Larson. The 5th Brave to go down on strikes. Shirley struck out 2. And the rookie sensation Bob Hazel, who walked and grounded to short. Yankee 7, Milwaukee 3, last of the 5th inning. 2 outs. Strike 1. Hazel stepping out to have a look at Connie Ryan down at third, see if any signs flashed his way. It's a ball, 1-1. Hazel again looking down at Connie Ryan. There's Connie, the third base coach. A fly ball into left. Kubek makes the catch. The side is retired. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on. And so, at the end of the 5th inning, the score is New York 7, Milwaukee 3. Moving into the first half of the 6th inning. Yankees 7, Braves 3. And it's the top of the New York order. Hank Bauer, Tony Kubek, and Mickey Mantle. With Ernie Johnson, the 4th Braves pitcher who came on in the 5th inning, on the mound. Strike 1. Bauer tapped to the box, walked, and grounded to third. Got him on that sidearm pitch. Strike 2. Sidearmed into submission for the 2nd strikeout for Johnson, and the 3rd time that the Yankees have been returned on strikes. Milwaukee-born Tony Kubek, the Rookie of the Year in the American League, playing in his first World Series and his first game in his own hometown, hit a home run in the 1st inning. Strike 1. Then he struck out and singled, so he's had 2 for 3. Shane Deans to Adcock, 2 down. Now coming to bat is Mickey Mantle, who walked, single to center, and hit his 9th World Series homer. Strike 1. Strike 2. And the crowd is roaring with every strike thrown in by Ernie Johnson, who makes his winter residence here in Milwaukee. Ball 1, and Del Rice, who had started away from the plate, didn't like the call. And he and Bill McKinley are having a little tete-a-tete. One ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2-2. Ernie Johnson from Brattleboro, Vermont, pitching to Mickey Mantle.
Go, boy, now. Go so you can see.
And it's ball 3-2. Foul tip and drop. Count remains 3-2. In the bullpen is Don McMahon. Ball 4. Mantle walks for the second time in the game. The sixth pass issued by Milwaukee pitchers. Coming to bat, Yogi Berra, who walked, single to right, and grounded to first. First half of the sixth inning, third game of the World Series. The teams are even in wins, one each. The score, Yankees 7, Braves 3, 2 outs. Ball 1. Johnson, as you noted, was watching Mantle very closely with a steal situation present. Although with Berra out, Mickey may not be running, particularly because of his bad leg, but that's sheer speculation. Let's see what happens. That must have hit the bat. Foul tip back. One ball, one strike. Fly ball foul down the left field line and out of play. One ball, two strikes. Little roller to Matthews. Side retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left on. And so at the middle of the sixth inning, the score is Yanks 7, Braves 3. Last half of the sixth inning at Milwaukee County Stadium. Del Rice, who singled to center and grounded to third, is the first Milwaukee batter. Joe Collins and Johnny Cooks have gone into the Yankee bullpen. Collins possibly to replace Elston Howard later on. Cooks as a possible replacement of Larson, if need be. Lumpy to Howard, one away. Third to first. Ernie Johnson is the scheduled batter. The Milwaukee bullpen is alerted, and we may have a pinch hitter. Frank Torre will hit for Ernie Johnson.
Milwaukee, number 14, Frank Torre.
Frank Torre, a 6'4", 200-pounder from Brooklyn, New York. Soon to be 26 years old. Generally used late in the game as a defensive replacement for Adcock, but who performed most ably at first base in the absence of Adcock when he was hurt during the season. Batted .272. Don McMahon warming up again for the Braves. One out, sixth inning. Ball 1. Yanks 7, Braves 3. Strike one. 1-1. Don McMahon in the bullpen for Milwaukee. He'll be coming in when we move into the 7th inning. Coleman to Howard, second to first, 2 away. And now to the top of the Milwaukee order. And the veteran, likable, switch-hitting Red Schoendienst, who's had 2 for 3, 2 singles to right and flied to center. A great field leader of the Braves. He drove in their first run. Ball one. In there, strike one, 1-1. 6'4", 215-pound Don Larson from San Diego in relief of Bob Turley. There's a line drive for Schoendienst's third hit of the game. Bauer whipping the throw in, and Schoendienst holds with a single. And the throw cleared Coleman, but McDougal backed up. Stepping in, Johnny Logan, who walked, took a third strike, and singled to center. Strike one. Two. Red Schoendienst on first base with his 11th World Series hit, having acquired 7 with the Cardinals against the Red Sox in the '46 World Series. Foul back. No balls, 2 strikes on Johnny Logan. Two men out, last of the 6th inning. New York 7, Milwaukee 3. Eddie Matthews looking around the crowd. Oh, that's the bat boy. Matthews looking ahead on deck. Base hit. Schoendienst stops at second. And Eddie Matthews coming up. With 2 down in the 6th inning, singles by Schoendienst and Logan have set the Braves up in a threatening position with Eddie Matthews coming to bat and Hank Aaron on deck. And the Yankee bullpen alerted. Art Ditmar throwing. There's Ditmar, number 28. Now he's walking to sit down. Someone else is getting up. Bob Grimm. Strike one. Bob Grimm and Bob Shantz both are throwing for New York. Ball one. 1-1. Matthews at bat. There's Shantz, number 30, and Grimm, number 55. Warming up for the Yankees. The Braves threatening again here in the 6th inning. Ball 2, 2-1. Johnny Logan on first base, Red Schoendienst on second. Don Larson, who has been in there since the second inning with 2 outs in relief of Turley, tagged for a 2-run homer by Aaron last inning, and 2 2-out singles so far in this inning. Inside, ball 3. Connie Ryan giving the sign to Eddie Matthews. Eddie knows whether to be on his own or taken. Three balls, 1 strike. 2 out, 2 on. Yanks 7, Braves 3, 6th inning. Ball 4, loaded up, and Hank Aaron the batter. Hank Aaron, who hit a 2-run homer last inning over the right center field screen after having popped to short and flied to right, finds Schoendienst on third, Logan on second, Matthews on first. The tying run is at the plate for Milwaukee, and the bullpens are busy. Lumpy will have to hurry in time to get him, and the side's retired, and Howard may have been spiked. Elston Howard may have been spiked on the play. He is examining himself. The side is retired. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 3 men left on, and so at the end of the 6th inning, the score is New York 7, Milwaukee 3. Yankee Bauer would climb the wall for an out and break your arm before he'd give up his glove. What's with that glove, Hank?
Fits my hand like it was made for me, Mel.
Speaking of fit, how's your Gillette Super Speed razor?
Fits my beard like it was made for me. It feels good and keeps my face looking good.
That figures because today there are 3 Super Speeds. One made for you. Light is for lighter beards. Regular for average skin and beard. And the heavy for dense, heavy, hard-to-shave beards. Each is differently engineered. One has the right blade edge exposure, edge angle, and weight to give you those easy up-and-at-'em shaves. The Gillette Super Speed is convenient. You change blade, zip, and rinse it clean. $1 in handy case with a dispenser of those smooth Gillette Blue Blades. Try it. Moving into the 7th inning of the 3rd game of the World Series. The Yankees leading 7-3. Hank Aaron in a tense situation, being retired at first on a close play, marking the 3rd time in this game that the Braves have left the bases loaded. Don McMahon was warming up along with Bob Trowbridge. Fred Haney has signaled for Bob Trowbridge to come in. The 6'1", 180-pounder from Hudson, New York, 27 years old, acted in both a starting and relieving capacity during the regular season for the Milwaukee Braves, and toward the end of the season had come on and pitched beautiful baseball. Al Helper, sitting alongside us on the other side of the Gillette microphone, saw him work many games. Al, he came on very well, particularly late in the season, didn't he?
That's right, because he had suddenly found his stuff, as the boys say. His control was pretty good. And you find that this fellow's a pretty good competitor, too, Mel, and he isn't afraid to come in with that ball when he's got trouble on the bases behind him.
Trowbridge had a record of 7 wins and 5 losses, but saved many more games, an earned run average of 3.6. At first base for Milwaukee is Frank Torre. Torre batted for Johnson in the 6th inning, and thus will bat 9th in the order. There he is tying his shoe. And Trowbridge will necessarily have to bat in Adcock's place, which is 6th in the order, with Adcock having departed the game, and Torrey having hit for the pitcher and staying in must hit 9th. Those of you who are keeping a scorecard at home We mentioned that so you can put Trowbridge following Covington in the Braves' batting order. As the game began, the sun was shining brightly. Around noontime, it was 60 degrees. But now, the 17-mile-an-hour wind blowing off Lake Michigan, some 5 miles from here, has blown over some dark clouds, and the lights have been turned on as we play in the 7th inning. McDougall looks at a strike. Ball 1-1-1. McDougall hit a sacrifice fly, grounded to third into a fielder's choice play, and drew a pass. Ball 2-2-1. Ball 3-1. Trowbridge is the 5th Milwaukee pitcher, too short of the record established, you'll recall, in the second game of the World Series last year when the Yankees used 7 against Brooklyn. Ball 4. The 7th base on balls issued by Milwaukee pitchers. Elston Howard, who replaced Harry Simpson at first base in the 3rd inning and drew a pass, grounded to third his last time at bat. Foul tip on the bunt. Strike 1. Eddie Matthews in close at third. There goes the runner, and the throw down is not in time as McDougall steals second. The first stolen base in this series. One ball, one strike. Bob Trowbridge pitching to Elston Howard. It's in there as he took the pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's in there for called strike 3. Elston Howard watching the curveball. And now Jerry Lumpy comes to bat. 24-year-old rookie from Warsaw, Missouri, called up from Richmond after the middle of the season, starting his first World Series game, though he appeared as a pinch hitter earlier. Flied to right, singled, and bunted. New York 7, Milwaukee 3, 7th inning, 1 out. Ball 1. It's in there for a strike, 1-1. Don McMahon warming up again for Milwaukee. It's a high fly ball into short center. Aaron coming on, Logan out. Aaron makes the catch. 2 down. And the batter is Jerry Coleman, who flied to left, popped to third, and grounded to short. First half of the seventh inning. Yankees 7, Braves 3. Bob Buell, for you late viewers, started, worked 2/3 of an inning, allowed 2 hits and 3 runs. Juan Pizarro, an inning and a third, 3 hits and 2 runs. Conley, an inning and 2/3, allowed 2 hits and 2 runs. Nice save by Del Rice. One and 2/3 innings that Pizarro pitched. And then Johnson came on in the 5th. Blanked the Yanks, and Trowbridge here in the 7th. It's in there for a strike, 1-1. Inside. Ball 2, 2-1. Gil McDougald on second base as a result of a walk and a steal of second. Strike 2. Good breaking stuff. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Outside, ball 3, full count. And Del Rice, who appeared in the 46 series with the Cardinals, is quite a capable receiver. And it is outside, ball 4. Coleman on first, McDougald on second, and Don Larson coming up to bat. Larson grounded to third and took a 3rd strike in his 2 appearances. But on each occasion, you see him pausing with Hank Bauer on deck. He narrowly missed home runs, hitting 1 foul into the right field stands and 1 foul into the left field stands. Yanks 7, Braves 3, 2 outs, 7th inning. Ball 1. Ball 2. Hank Bauer on deck. Strike 1, 2-1. Jerry Coleman on first. Gil McDougald on second. 2 outs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Larson gave Frank Sikori of Port Huron, Michigan, and Nestor Shylock of Scranton, Pennsylvania, a lot to look at when he fouled off those 2 homers, those 2 foul homers. 3 balls, 1 strike. They're the 2 foul line umpires. Three balls, 1 strike. Strike 2. A full count on Don Larson. And with 2 outs, McDougald on second, Coleman on first will be off and running with the pitch. There they go. It's a high foul bounder. Eddie Matthews tried to field. Jocko Conlon making the call. Bill McKinley. Back to the plate. Del Rice going down to give the sign to Bob Trowbridge. Two outs and a full count on Larson. Yanks 7, Braves 3, seventh inning. There they go. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Trowbridge has walked 3 men while retiring 2 in the inning. And the batter is Hank Bauer, who tapped to the box, walked, grounded to third, and struck out. Nothing for 3. Don Larson adjusting his windbreaker down at first base, and we're all set to go with Coleman on second and McDougal on third. 2 outs in the 7th inning. Ball 1. There have been many bases loaded situations in this ball game today. There's a base hit out over second. McDougal scores. Coleman rounds third. Comes in to score. Larson stops at second. And the Yankees lead 9-3 as Hank Bauer, the hustling Marine, singles to center. And the base on balls have come back to haunt Bob Trowbridge. If you have ever seen a greater World Series debut by a hometown boy, though against the hometown team, than Tony Kubek, who isn't yet 21, 2 homers in the game, 5 runs in. Mantle takes a strike. 12-3 New York. 4 runs batted in by Kubek. It's a high fly to left. The wind blowing it in, and Covington had to hurry. And the side is retired. 5 runs for New York. 2 hits, no Braves errors, no Yankees left aboard. And so at the middle of the 7th inning, the score is New York 12, Milwaukee 3. The paid attendance, 45,804. Tony Kubek's homer, his second. There is Joe Collins, who has taken over at first base for Elston Howard. Tony Kubek's homer, his second of the game, marked the 14th time that had been accomplished in World Series play. 2 homers in 1 game. Berra having last done it on October 10th of last year. Last half of the 7th inning. Wes Covington, the batter. Strike 1. Walked, struck out, and walked. Ball 1, 1-1. Outside, ball 2, 2-1. Ball 3, high and away, fastball, 3-1. Foul ball. Bounced off the chest protector or shoulder, left shoulder of Yogi. Full count on Covington. It's a high pop. Foul. Lumpy, the third baseman, makes the catch. Bob Trowbridge, who is scheduled to bat, will not come up. Nippy Jones will bat for Trowbridge, who had to hit sixth in the order, with Torrey, who hit for Ernie Johnson, staying in the game at first base and thus batting ninth, and Adcock going out. Strike one. Nippy Jones' second appearance in the series. Nothing for one. Ball one, 1-1. Jones hit for Johnson in the seventh inning of the first game. Ball two, 2-1. McDougald to Collins, short to first. 2 down. And Bob Hazel is coming to bat. Drew a pass, grounded to short, and flied to left. Ball one. There's a high drive into right center. Mantle and Bauer moving over, and Hank calls for it. The wind blowing from left over to the line forces the call to be made as to which one will take the play like that. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on, and so at the end of the seventh inning, the score is Yankees 12, Braves 3. The 7-inning totals, as Don McMahon is caught by our center field camera walking toward the mound. The sixth Milwaukee pitcher, the one short of the World Series record. The Yankees 12 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Milwaukee 3 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. The Yankees have stranded 6 and Milwaukee 10. Don McMahon is making his second appearance in the series, a 6'2", 215-pounder from Brooklyn, New York. 27 years old. He worked 2 innings, the first game of the series, and turned in a beautiful job. Coming on in the 7th inning against the Yankees in the first game of the series, and striking out 2 men. He worked 2 innings all told and gave up 2 hits and no runs. He joined the Braves on June 26th of this year, and his record of 2 wins, 3 losses were not at all indicative of his fine pitching. Worked in relief on 32 occasions, and in only 5 games was the opposition able to score an earned run. An earned run average of 1.53 for 47 innings. Yogi Berra, the batter. The looping pop on the first pitch, Eddie Matthews in foul territory. 1 down in the 8th inning. Yogi had 1 for 3 previously, a single. Berra fouls out to Matthews on the first pitch. Gil McDougald, nothing for 1. Strike 1. Twice his walk in a sacrifice fly, and not being charged at times at bat. Once hit the third into a fielder's choice play. Strike 2. It is entirely possible, if the Yankees maintain their lead, that Warren Spahn may come back tomorrow for Milwaukee. Ball one. This is the first series since 1946 that there have been open dates for traveling, thus allowing the managers an additional day to rest pitchers. Ball two, 2-2. Giving them the opportunity, there's Joe Collins on deck, to repeat with pitchers more frequently than in series where there are no open dates for traveling. Ball three, full count. Ball four, and McDougald walks for the third consecutive time. 10 passes the Yankees have received. Joe Collins coming to bat for the first time in this game. The third first baseman the Yankees have used, and the second time in the series that Casey has used 3 first basemen in a given game. Ball one. The injury, of course, to Bill Skowron forced Casey Stengel to use Elston Howard, a right-handed hitter, at first base. The ball gets away, and McDougald gets on down to second. It apparently was not a foul tip. It is a pass ball charged to Del Rice. Eighth inning, 12-3 New York. One ball, 2 strikes. A hasty check. 5 of the 10 passes the Yankees have received have resulted in runs. Ball 2, 2-2. Foul ball.
Who else you got in that pitch?
The Yankee pitcher tomorrow could either be Whitey Ford again or Tom Sturdivant. Most likely Tom Sturdivant. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3 call, a fastball just below the shoulders. 2 men out. Joe Collins called out on strikes. Five Yankees have gone down on strikes. Jerry Lumpy, the batter. Foul ball. Out of play down the left field line. Lumpy's had 1 for 3. A 2-run single in the 3rd inning. McDougald on second base. 2 outs. 1-1 the count now on Jerry Lumpy. In there for a strike, 1-2. Indicative of the advantage the Yankees have taken of the bases on balls is the fact that they've had only 9 hits while scoring 12 runs. Foul ball. McDougald returning to second. For late viewers, Bob Turley had started for New York. Larson relieved him in the second. And for Milwaukee, Buell worked 2/3 of an inning as a starter. followed by Pizarro, Conley, Johnson, Trowbridge, and McMahon. There are 2 outs. Two balls, 2 strikes. Lumpy is retired. McMahon to Torrey. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. And so at the middle of the 8th inning, the score is New York 12, Milwaukee 3. Moving into the last half, the 8th inning, Del Rice is coming to bat for Milwaukee. And may we interpolate the information that at the conclusion of this 3rd game of the World Series, Del Rice has had 1 for 3. Ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Strike 1, 3-1. Frank Torrey is hitting 9th in the order, and then Red Schoendienst. Ball 4. Del Rice draws a pass to open the last of the 8th for Milwaukee. And here is Frank Torrey, who hit for Ernie Johnson in the 6th inning and remained in the game, replacing Adcock at first. He grounded to second. We're going to have a runner for Del Rice. John Demerit. Strike 1. John Demerit from Port Washington, Wisconsin. Running for Rice. Foul ball. A pop foul that Barrett digs for near the stands. No advance. Torrey fouls out to Berra. Red Schoendienst comes to bat. He's had 3 for 4. Johnny Logan on deck. Strike 1. Number 55 warming up for New York is Bob Grimm. Number 16 is Whitey Ford loosening up for a later start. Grimm preparing to come into the game if need be. A high fly ball to short left, the wind, and there's McDougal out in front of Kubek. The wind holds up those balls today. It's blowing in from left to right at some 17 miles per hour. And a ball that an outfielder starts out for sometimes has to be, or one that a center fielder may start after into right center will wind up being handled by a right fielder. 2 down, and the batter, Johnny Logan. He's had 2 for 3. Ball 1. Larson has walked 3 men. Turley walked 4. There's been a total of 17 in the game. Fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's the last half of the 8th inning. The Yankees 12, the Braves 3. John DeMeritt running for Rice, a Milwaukee bonus player. Two balls, 1 strike. Outside, ball 3, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. Ball's fouled off of Yogi's mask and spun up in the air into the stands. And the top-coated folks battle for souvenir. It was 60 degrees approximately at noon. It is cooler than that now. There goes DeMeritt, and there's a drive to right center. Bauer racing over for it, or grabbed to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on, and so at the end of the 8th inning, the score is New York 12, Milwaukee 3. First half of the 9th inning. And back to the plate now for Milwaukee is Del Crandall, replacing Del Rice, for whom John DeMeritt ran in the last of the 8th inning. Batting for New York is Jerry Coleman, with Don Larson to follow, and then leadoff man Hank Bauer. Coleman, nothing for 3, walked once. Ball 1. Don McMahon on the mound for Milwaukee, the 6th Braves pitcher. Ball 2. Time didn't permit, but we might have added in the last of the 8th that the ball that Logan hit was pretty well tagged. Ball 3. The line drive that Hank went into right center to catch. Strike 1, 3-1. Strike 2. And it's in there for called strike 3, as Don McMahon, behind on the count 3-0, just fired 3 through there. And Coleman is called out on strikes. Don Larson, nothing for 2, walked once, coming to bat. A round of applause for Larson for his outstanding relief job in replacement of Bob Turley. Strike 1. It's in there. Strike 2. Ball 1, 1-2. Hank Bauer on deck. Two balls, 2 strikes. Yankees 12, Braves 3, first of the ninth. Ball 3, full count. Matthews, Aaron, and Covington are the first three men up for Milwaukee, the last of the ninth. Ball 4, Don Larson walks. The second given up by McMahon. The 11th the Yankees have received. Hank Bauer, who drove in 2 runs with a 7th inning bases loaded single. Walked once, 1 for 4 overall. He's just taking a look at. There's a little dribbler to Shane Deans. And now they've gotten Bauer out, and Larson's letting Torrey just come along and tag him out for the double play. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on. And the score at the end of 8 1/2 innings of play, the Yankees 12, Milwaukee 3. The 4th game of the series. Crowd today of 45,804. Some of them have begun to leave as the Yankees lead 12-3 in the last of the ninth. Don Larson relieved Bob Turley in the second inning with 2 outs after Turley had given up a run. Bob had been in trouble in both the first and second innings. Larson gave up a 2-run homer to Hank Aaron in the 5th inning. The Yankees scored 3 runs off Buell, 2 off Pizarro, 2 off Conley. And in the 7th inning, they scored 5 times off Bob Trowbridge. An inning featured by Tony Kubek's 2nd home run of the game. Mantle has homered, and so has Aaron. Now here is Eddie Matthews leading off last of the ninth. Ball 1. Matthews, 0 for 2, has walked twice. High, ball 2. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Yogi Berra back of the plate will flash the sign to Don Larson. And it's ball 4. Matthews walks for the 3rd time. The 4th pass Larson has issued. Turley gave up 4 in an inning and 2/3. 19 passes in this game altogether. And Hank Aaron steps in. 1 for 4, 2-run homer in the 5th inning over the right center field fence. Strike 1. The total of bases on balls, as you see Wes Covington on deck, approximates a World Series record. We will check it. There's a base hit by Hank Aaron. Matthews stops at second. And now Wes Covington walked twice, struck out and fouled to third. And Bob Grimm gets the signal to warm up for New York. Strike one. There will be a pinch hitter for McMahon. Ball one. Andy Papko is out on deck. He will hit for McMahon. There's a fly ball out into left field. Kubek makes the catch. One down. Andy Papko hitting for Don McMahon. The base on balls total in this game has set a new World Series record, the previous total being 16 by two teams. Strike one. We have had a total of 19 in this game. Ball, and the count is 1-1. Andy Papko hitting for Don McMahon. Bob Hazel to follow. Matthews on second, Aaron on first, one out. Last of the ninth, Yanks leading 12-3. There's a drive to deep left. That ball is going foul. Just barely went foul. Nestor Shylock, the left field foul line umpire, went right down the line, gave it the long look, and then called it. Andy Papko, pinch hitting for Don McMahon, almost had himself a 3-run home run. One ball, two strikes. 2-2. Hank Aaron on first and Eddie Matthews on second. High, ball three, 3-2. Larson appears to be tiring. Full count on Andy Papko, appearing in his third World Series. Ball four. I think the pitch hit him. I'm not sure whether it nudged his uniform or not, but in any case, he's on. I think it was just ball four. The bases are now loaded with one out. The fifth pass that Larson has issued, and the batter is Bob Hazel, who walked, grounded to short, flying to left, and flying to right. The 20th base on balls. 9 given up by Shirley and Larson, and 11 by Buell, Pizarro, Conley, Johnson, Trowbridge, and McMahon. 3 men aboard, one out. Ball one. You can officially put Papko down in your book as being hit by a pitched ball. It's a high foul that may be out of play, and is. We have checked, and the 3-2 pitch to Papko, which we thought might have brushed his uniform, did. He is officially scored as having reached base, being hit by a pitched ball. Matthews on third, Aaron on second, Papko on first. Ball 2, 2-1. Eddie Matthews, Hank Aaron, Andy Papko. 1 out. Last of the 9th inning. Foul ball out of play. Rolling under the seats. Look at that happy lady. Oh, is she happy? She will remember that as long as she lives. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bob Hazel, the batter. 1 out, 3 on. Last half of the 9th inning. Foul ball. Ball 3, full count. Full count on Bob Hazel with the bases loaded and 1 out in the last of the 9th inning. It's a high pop, and the infield fly rule is called. The batter's automatically out. 2 down. McDougal made the catch. The infield fly rule, which says that with runners on first and second, or first, second, and third with less than 2 down, if the batter hits a pop-up, which in the judgment of the umpire can be handled by an infielder, the batter is automatically called out. A rule devised to protect the base runner, to prevent the infielders from deliberately dropping a ball to start a double or triple play. With 2 down, here is Del Crandall, up for his first time in the game. Ball 1. Crandall replaced Rice back for plate when Demerit ran for Rice in the 8th inning. It's a high pop foul, and it is out of play. Del Crandall is 2 for 7 in the series. He's the regular Braves catcher, but Bob Buell started, and he is more accustomed to working with Del Rice. Strike 2, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Don Larson, who has been in the game since the 2nd inning with 2 outs. Strike 3 called, and the ball game is over. And it is the 4th time in the game the Braves left the bases loaded. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 men left on. And the final score, the New York Yankees, 12 runs, 9 hits, no errors. The Milwaukee Braves, 3 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. In a moment, we'll review the highlights of today's game for you.